Why do I have a feeling none of this is getting cut out? Like, as edit happy as Wes is, I imagine he's just like, oh, this is the easiest one.
Because it was two different versions. There you go. Boom, there you go. There we go.
Dude. No,
so I doesn't put Mike on the podcast. Well, if you talk about it, if you say his name 3 times, he'll listen to this. So Kevin Commonwealth Picker, Kevin Commonwealth Picker. There we go. He'll watch it now.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Slim Flippers podcast. Again, we have Mike, the Deathpile Picker. Mike, how you doing this evening?
Doing good. How about yourself, Wes?
Well, had a pretty decent weekend at the yard sales. That's the first thing I'm going to jump into real quick. How was your weekend with the yard sales?
Fantastic, man. We went down to Flea across Florida. Took off from my area, went out to I headed east, and then Rod and Dave, they started on the far eastern side, and they headed west. We met up in Tallahassee and did yard sales on Saturday together. So picked individually on Friday, and then picked together on Saturday, and absolutely killed it.
Well, I'd ask you about the yard sales. You had sent me a text, and the one you fired off was a neighborhood. Kind of talk about how many people in that neighborhood were having yard sales that day, because it was incredible from what I saw from the picture.
Dude, it was a crazy. My guess is they probably had 60 to 70 in one neighborhood, and it started around 7. We got there, of course, around 6:45, and we didn't leave there until after 11, maybe 11:30, and that was just out of boredom. I don't even know if we hit up all the sales, because, like, I was riding with Dave. Rod was going up a different way, and we were trying to attack it from both ends, but also at the same time, like, pick together and kind of like jumping each other and trying to cover ground. And oh my God, it's really
so much and not enough time.
Yeah.
You shot that picture to me. Like I said, I'm going to put it up here. But man, the green dots, yard sales here, yard sale there, yard sale. So did you have a strategy? Did you just try to, what did you do with all? Sometimes you go into these yard sales and it's slim pickings, but did you just hit on some houses and think?
Oh, well, I mean, we instantly knew it was a golf course community. They had a mixture of homes. Some of them were like townhomes. Some of them were single family, and some of them were just like on the fairway mansions. And it had a mixture of so many types of houses that if we had the choice, we would have probably stuck to the interior first before we were jumping. Hey, you got a guest. You need to let them in.
I've got a guest. Let's bring him in.
Yo.
ADH Dave is in the house. What's up, Dave? How are you?
Going? Good. How are you?
Hey, just to preface this, he has a $5,000 per hour rate, so we have about 3.5 minutes with Dave. So
I had to come to this because I told everyone about him peeing in his own mouth.
Oh, wow.
At the 100 miles.
Wes hadn't seen the episode. That was not even going to be a question, Dave.
Oh, I thought that's what you wanted to talk about. I thought we were here to talk about
we're talking about Flea across Florida, not pee across Florida. Okay.
I thought we were here for pee across Florida.
No, we're not. Thanks, Dave.
Is this pee?
That's it. Wes, I drank my urine, okay? End of story. That's it. Urine.
Of course you did.
Okay, so I'll tell this story. Rod and Dave were at a yard sale. They were taking their sweet old time picking through
successfully.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't think y'all scored anything massive.
I thought I got that $100 Magnolite pan when you were doing this.
Maybe you did do the Magnum. Oh, that was the one where the jacuzzi hot tub. Yeah, that's where it was. So
no, that's where you did it in my car. You did it in my car or your car?
Oh, I did it in my truck. It was after, so it was at the Magnum lot then. Yeah. All right. So anyway, that's kind of a moot point. Dave was taking his time. I had to go to the bathroom. We were stuck in the middle of all these cells. I had a Whataburger cup. I peed in my cup. Then I set it there in the console. We drove on down the road. Dave and I were picking together. Rod had already branched off, and this is now probably an hour to 2 hours. Yeah, after it, I peed in the cup. And we get done at this cell where Dave inhales the remains of some grandma, and we get rejected by all of these items. And I mean, it was in a dilapidated house, and it was hot. It was nasty.
And
we got done. I was all sweating.
Thirsty.
Yeah, I just hopped in, and I was thirsty, and I just grabbed.
You just wanted some Mountain Dew, huh?
Yeah.
Got you some Mountain Dew.
So, and then I spit it back out, and I called Dave, and I told him.
Yeah,
that's it. Like
that's it. That's the story. So now the cat's out of the bag. I never really did. You listen to the podcast? I didn't really say it was you. I kind of
I did. I did in the comments. I told Kevin he could. I told Kevin he could pin the comment. Okay.
Yeah.
But see, right here on the Slim Flippers, we have the real story. What happened now?
The
Breaking news.
Story.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And
I finished listing Mike $6,000 worth of inventory at that sale.
Good God.
At the 100-mile sale there. Spent $900, but $300 of it was on stupid costume jewelry that only netted me $450. So that, if you take that away, it was like $600 into $5,500, which is pretty solid. Yeah.
Well, we were just talking, Dave, about I was talking to him. He sent me a picture of all those houses in that one little neighborhood where you all just got basically stuck there, picking through everything. And
stuck.
But
evidently, you all did really well this week.
Yeah, it was solid. It was, I'm used to the flea market. The margins are not as they're a little bit more slim, as I said the name of the show. They're a little bit more slim at the flea market. I'm used to 60% profit. I don't know how to do math, but this was like all 10x stuff instead of 2x, 3x stuff. So it was kind of nice.
Yeah, so. And then it helps when we run into cells that are infinite X.
Yes, the free stuff. What did your wife think of all your free inflatables?
They're probably going to my grandparents. My grandma loves Halloween, and she loves inflatables. So the only thing that's going to save me is if she doesn't want that crazy zombie clown thing. It's massive.
The entryway.
Or the if she doesn't like the Nightmare Before Christmas theme, because she likes traditional witch, and I mean she's the kind of lady that had blow molds in the 80s and the little popcorn decoration things hanging on the door. That's the kind my grandma is, and if she could have all that stuff, she would. But my grandpa hates blow molds, so he got rid of all of them.
That's a weird thing to hate.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, my grandma doesn't decorate for anything. So he's left with the bag. He's left holding the bag when it comes to pulling it all down from the attic and
he's got it. But dude, blow molds are way easier to set up than blow ups.
True.
100%.
Blow ups suck. They fall down all year.
Yeah, I mean you just stake them in and they're done. But
no, not for me. You stake them in and they fall constantly, regardless, because the ground here is like rocks.
Really?
It just does not stay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah. But back to my defense, I want to defend myself real quick. The comment, and I told Kevin, I'm like, Kevin forced this whole subject. Thank you, Dave, for trying to avoid it as requested. Mm-hmm. But I just said, come to think of it, given a choice between drinking urine and spitting it out, or indecent exposure, public lewdness, and going to garage sales in urine-covered clothes, I'm kind of okay with having sipped a little pee in private.
Let's talk about the spitting it out part, because you're in your own nice truck. Where is the urine that you spat? Did you spit it on the steering wheel?
No. I
on the
drank
carpet?
It through a straw. I drank it through a straw, so I just
redeposit. Yeah, but dude, that's backwashing. Now the next person that drinks your pee is gonna have to have backwash pee. That's disgusting.
Gonna have
that's unsanitary.
floaties in it. That's great.
Mike, what was your initial reaction when you realized what you had done?
Not again.
Not again. It's his response.
What is this, a theme with you, man?
When's the last time you did it?
Years ago. It's second time. It's happened.
Okay. Check that drink.
What you drinking there? It's a pretty long recording you're doing here. Might have already peed in that bottle there.
No,
Like, how did you do on the picking, though? Other than the free crap, like, what's your profit? You're not making any profit on those McDonald's toys you overpaid for, since they're sitting right here.
I didn't buy any McDonald's.
You did
toys.
at the little lady's house.
the Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, they're mine now, but they were yours.
How did you get them, Dave?
He just forgot to take them.
And they didn't.
I will be selling them.
We cross-loaded them. Dang, I was going to put that in my whatnot auction.
You can find them on his.
Yeah.
You can find them on his. Just watch.
Dude, that little aluminum McDonald's ashtray, that'll sell for $5 by itself.
Hot dog.
So just lot it all up. You'll probably get I don't know, $15 maybe.
I feel like you didn't really buy much of anything.
I didn't.
What else? Yeah, what else did you buy? I was trying to think. What did you even buy?
Oh, the coffee maker's the big winner. Like, hands down.
Did you actually comp it?
No.
No. Okay. Why would you? Why would you list that easy to list item that sells for $700? Why would you do that?
I think it's going to be a $400 to $500. $400 to $500 will be quick. Like I said, I did see the one that was listed with all the watchers. It was at $600, and I paid $40 for this coffee maker. Some fancy little Bluetooth thing, and
I bet
which is the dumbest thing ever. Do you really need to start your coffee maker with your Bluetooth phone? Like, just
you're
make
talking the wrong person.
Put a timer on it or something.
Dude, I am fortunate that I get to sell that. Okay, because it said Bluetooth, and I thought for sure, hands down, my wife was going to take it. Because she's a Bluetooth queen, like she can do a little laundry, the wash, and then when it's done, she can set the washer to send me a text that needs to be moved to the dryer.
Can she get the dryer to fold the clothes? Because that's the technology we need.
No, I can't even get my wife to fold the clothes. They just sit there and get re-worn and re-wrinkled. Like I just live out of the laundry basket. Really, I mean, it's the easiest way for life. Like, why hang it up? It's just going to go back in the same basket. We got a clean laundry basket and dirty laundry basket.
Hey, Mike, is Dave aware of the real name of the trailer?
No. He doesn't.
What's the real name of the trailer?
It's not the real name of the trailer.
Tell him.
He and Jimmy created the name the Snuggle Bus.
Oh, that's cute. That's kind of cute. Mike, Snuggle Bus operator.
That's great.
They do have like a little snuggle area in the bus. I don't know if you've ever been in it, but there's a little spot where him and Kevin snuggle up.
Well, that's what we were talking about. We said, what are you going to do? Get a little cot or something and snuggle?
No, what's it called? You know those big giant bean bags that are for adults? It's one of those. A comfy. I think they're called.
Love sack?
A love sack. Yes, a love sack, and then they both have snuggies that they wear, and they just spoon, and it's beautiful.
It's getting better and better all the time, Mike. On a little snuggle bus.
Yeah, snuggle.
That's
bus.
fine. You'll make up all the lies you want. If not, nobody's gonna
Weirdly
believe
enough,
that.
Kevin's the big spoon, which it surprised me, but he is. He's the big spoon.
That's just based on subscribers. That's it. I mean, there's no relevance to the actual size.
I'm curious, Mike, how fast the very next yard sale after you drink that, were you looking to buy a $3 water from somebody?
You did get a water right after that.
I had a Dr. Pepper Zero in there that was about this much in it, and I promise, as hot as it was, I immediately cleared the palate. Okay,
Fortune hot Dr. Pepper Zero, yum.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's better than urine, Dave.
Yeah, I guess.
Every single time now you pick up a Whataburger cup, though, you're going to take a look at it. And just
I didn't learn the first time, Wes. Probably won't learn the second.
Well, obviously not.
We've got 3,000 people have watched us tell the story about you drinking your urine on the Trash to Cash today. So
okay. Hey, we're here to talk about garage sales. Why am I the one bringing it back to reselling? I don't even have experience in it. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not really. You're a hoarder, not a seller.
Haven't listed anything from the garage sale. I'm trying to think what else I did really good on. Some of the stuff, some of the toys, I did decent. Now, mind you, I counted my cash, and I know I spent a little on just like minuscule stuff, drinks and stuff along the way.
I guarantee you spent it on drinks for sure.
I probably mouthwash. I spent probably $500, and I would say 2,500, 3,000, something like that. So I got a lot of golf clubs, a lot of like big profit. I mean, that's what it takes with me. It's like I'm going to look at something, I'm going to have a decent deal on it. Now, I'm not like Dave. Dave just looks into money like crazy and buys massive.
Skill into money. A skill into.
He's talked about that several times, by the way, Dave. He's
really?
Talked about,
how am I lucking into money? By doing a good job picking?
No. I'm just saying, like, you will go to something that just looks absolutely crazy. Like, the worst thing, and Dave will find the one item.
Yes.
And
it infuriates people that I pick with because they all stay in the car. And every time I go out to these sales that are like one table with 6 items, I walk back with $100 item. And it makes them so mad.
I'm not mad. But, yeah, like Dave, I don't know. He can go there and he's a magnet for just like the one item that is necessary, with the exception of the coffee cup one, the coffee maker. I happen to get out there.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would have bought that. I really don't look up coffee makers or even consider them anymore.
Yeah.
Because I've had so many bad coffee maker experiences. So now I'm going to have to look at them. What was the brand on that?
It is, I forgot. Skin, I think. Skin, Skinn. Spin.
Okay, so Skin coffee maker is definitely not it, but I am on an interesting website now.
Spin. It's something about it.
Yeah, Spin is a coffee maker. That makes
Spin
sense.
coffee maker. Spinn. Yeah, the Skin coffee maker.
Fancy. It really looks like a $40 coffee maker. It does not look fancy at all. So that was, either luck or skill on your end.
It was luck. 100%.
Well, that's what I had with that friggin'. I sent you the screenshot today. I bought these little rings that decorate your watch, your Dolce & Gabbana watch from the 90s.
Gucci.
Gucci, right? You're right. It's Gucci. They're little rings that decorate your Gucci watch, and apparently they're worth like $140. And they're just they're rings, not even the watch. And the lady was gonna throw them out. She was like, I don't know, I can't find the watch. I think it got stolen. You can she gave me like $1 or something for all the rings. It's like $140. I already got an offer for $120, Mike.
Oh my god! You took it, yeah?
I didn't take it. I countered with $125. I was feeling vengeful, so I said about $125, and they
little hypocritical for you to call other people Scrooge McDuck while you die on your hill of loose change.
No, and so I regret not taking it now that they never took the offer. Obviously, I'm having some regrets at this point, but
yeah. I see what you got to do. You have to involve Tina in these decisions, because I'll involve Sam, and she just gets mad.
She'll be like, "Don't be an idiot, Mike. It's $5."
Yeah, 100%. And like, I've done it before. The same thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I would be the lowest one selling it. I don't care if I paid $1 for it, but it would make mine the lowest sold, and I'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I want to get that bump from them, and then I'm just left so defeated.
Well, hold on. Let me look. I'm going to see if there's any watchers, like, the send offer. Maybe I can send an offer on it. So then, I'll send an offer of $125 to any watchers, and then maybe I'll get the sale.
Oh, yeah. So I'll do the same thing with that. I'll be like, no, I'm not just going to take your lowball offer if I have multiple watchers, because then I will take my counter and then I'll push it out to everybody else. Yeah, exactly. But if you have a pending offer, I don't think you can send offers, can you? Or did they reject the $125?
I have 4 watchers already. 4 watchers on it.
Did they
send an offer.
Oh, just send the offer, dude. Send it for $125.
Yeah, okay. I will do that.
The principle of the matter that other person just not win. Okay.
Someone's watching that Dallas Cowboys watch too, by the way. I listed that for $160.
Oh yeah, we killed it. We killed it.
Hey Dave, so when you get these picks and you go up to these places where everybody hangs out in the car or whatever, is it just a feeling or is it just truly luck or a little bit of both? Because I'm sure you've done it a lot, so.
I just like those sales because so many people drive by them, and like not every one of them has something, but it's pretty common for them to at least have a few good items. And if it's the kind of sale where everyone skipped it, then you have a pretty good chance of being, if you're not the one who skips it, you have a pretty good chance of finding it. Because everyone else skipped that to go to the ones that look all big but end up being a bunch of baby clothes and la la loopsies, which aren't terrible.
He's a hypocrite. We were on our way to follow Rod, and they're like, we're going to stop at the first sale. So I pull off, and we got to drive way back into this little hidden area, and it was a place that had Halloween figures in the garage, like the zombie and the clown and all that stuff. And like, we don't find anything back there because they're not selling these figures. And Dave is just like, you're an idiot, Mike. This is not what we talked about. It's not what we planned.
Oh, well, no, hold on. You totally.
But he found something.
No. Okay, so Mike telling a story is always entertaining, but
it's very entertaining.
The real story is we were on the phone with Rod, and Rod agreed to come with us picking for a little longer. So we said, okay, Rod, you're ahead of us. So drive down Highway 90 or whatever it is until you find the first sale that you want to stop at. Once you find that sale, call us and we'll meet you there. Well, we're following, and I'm following Mike, and we're probably 5 minutes behind Rod. We haven't gotten a call from Rod, and Mike all of a sudden leaves the path and just starts following garage sale signs when we've already agreed to go with Rod to the first one he goes to. So when we went to that sale, I said, Mike, this isn't the plan. We're supposed to go meet Rod, and he's like, oh, this is going to be good. And it was terrible. And so the point was that you went off the beaten path and you found a terrible sale. So it was like a multi-fail. And you drink.
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear the part about we'll stop at the first one you want to.
Yeah.
I said, we'll stop at the first one. And I was just like, hey, Rod didn't see it. Not my fault. Let's go make millions, Dave.
I'm wondering, Mike,
out.
your next big highway sale, you're driving all the way up to Lynchburg to do whatever that highway is called, 127 maybe? Is that what it's
29, Highway 29
sale. Is this your new picking area? This is your new garage?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Nice. Do you have a motorbike there?
Yeah, he's going to ride on the
Are you Hagrid? Look at that.
He's Hagrid.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Hey, show him that thing right there, the gremlin.
The gremlin's cool. I see that. Yeah, I spotted
Show
that.
for the third time in this podcast.
Mike,
been sitting here for 3 weeks.
I can't see you driving a motorbike. Do you drive a motorbike?
No, that's my dad's. My father-in-law's.
Yeah, he certainly doesn't seem like he could handle it. He'd probably drop it.
I can drive a motorbike. It's a trike, dude. You can't drop it. It's a trike. It's got 3 wheels.
I bet I could drop it. The first time I ever got on a motorcycle was a Honda Shadow. It was my friend's. He had just bought it. I dropped it. I was like, all right, yeah. They're heavy, dude. Have you tried to ride one of those?
Yeah.
I used to have a bike.
They're heavy. Way heavier than I thought.
Yeah. Well, that's why my dad got the trike, is because he had a ultra classic, so it's like massively big bike, and he weighs like 100 pounds, and he would lay it down, like just go to turn on gravel or something and fall over, and he's like, I'm just stuck out here, I can't lift it up.
Mike, what you should do is put a hitch on it and pull the snuggle bus behind you with a bike.
Dude,
there you go. Yeah, the snuggle bus.
No.
Are you and Kevin going to be snuggling when you go up there? Is that the plan?
No, there's no snuggle. Dude, I'm sleeping in the shed or something. I'm distancing myself.
Dave, whatever you do, wherever you can, mention the snuggle bus.
All right, yeah, we'll have to bring that up in the podcast.
Yeah, ask Kevin. I'm not sure Kevin knows about it just yet.
Well, if you talk about it, if you say his name 3 times, he'll listen to this. So Kevin Commonwealth Picker, Kevin Commonwealth Picker. There we go. He'll watch it now. He'll watch it now. Hi, Kev. He's just sitting there smiling right now under his tree while his family works.
He did watch now the other podcast that we were on, the Finders Flippers. We were on that one, so he did take a look at that one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Gave y'all a little shout out today.
They were saying there was a lot of Z's or something in the name.
Yeah, Y's and Z's, and so we had to change it. We were thinking we were Leonard Skinner. So
what's the name of it then?
Finders Flippers Resale Podcast.
Now spelled normal.
Spelled normal now because I changed it.
Finders Flippers Resell Podcast. I see it. Okay.
Yeah, it has Johnny with
Frizzy's Finds.
Frizzy's Finds.
Yeah. And
there's already 8 episodes.
Yeah.
9 episodes.
Yeah.
Episodes?
Over the last 9 months, they're on.
Hey, to be fair, now hold on, Mike. To be fair, though, there's been 2 or 3 come out in the last couple weeks. So.
Okay. So 7 months ago, 7 months ago, 6 months ago. So what is the plan with that? Are you going to do?
Well, I had to start from the bottom, so I chose Mike to.
Oh my gosh! I see how you used to spell it. That's
and then he peaked with my episode with the most views, and he really fit that in right before I drank my own pee. So now it's just back downhill.
There's another one coming out tomorrow. Mike's on that one as well. But
oh my gosh! I see how you used to spell it. That's a nightmare. Flinders, Flippers,
Flippers.
Yeah, that's not.
I told him I was like, it's like Paul. It's a horrible idea. Like, there's no sense in saying Philly Flipper spelled with a PH. Like, just why the extra work?
So there's a comment in today's podcast, Mike, from April, 10 hours ago, and it said, "Oh my poor Mike," and it says it was removed by the moderator.
Yeah,
no. Who removed it?
I don't know. I don't know who your moderator is. Maybe Kevin.
Why would they remove that though? That's not bad.
I don't know.
Oh my poor Mike.
Kevin,
Should I approve it?
I don't.
Or do we hate this person? Is that what's happening?
You can approve it. I don't care.
I don't know who this person is. Do you?
If she comes to my defense, keep it in there.
Yeah, let's leave it in. Yeah, she's defending you.
Yeah, I don't know. Removed by moderator. Oh my poor Mike. I'm like,
yeah, poor Mike gets removed by moderator. But then this other person said they wished Mike had crashed, and that's like hearted by Trash to Cash. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, that's good. I missed
somebody attacked your show, Dave. Somebody's commenting.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's not really there.
Oh, I wish Mike had crashed and spilled urine all over him, much like the other person that was there.
Dave has me about convinced to move to Florida. That's the problem, is everyone's going to move to Florida, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You seem to not count my part of Florida as Florida. So
you're just in the Panhandle.
You live in southern Georgia. You do not live in Florida.
I'm below Alabama. It's
southern Alabama. That's what.
He's not even in our time zone, Wes. He's not even in our time zone.
That's true. Yeah. You're a central time kind of guy, aren't you, Mike?
He is. Yeah, he's central.
Yeah, the biggest.
Well, right now it's like 8:30 for him. That's math.
Yeah,
in real time, guys. I didn't even look.
Minus 1 hour.
Yeah. Did we talk about telepathy in our video today? Because someone said that telepathy content was over the top. I don't know what we said.
Carrie at the end where he's like, Don. And he was like talking to Don, but just like nodding along to it.
Because it was 2 different versions. There you go. Boom, there you go. There we go. We gotta put a little beep in there.
Yeah.
I see that bar rise. I gotta cut it.
Yeah.
No,
I does it a lot in my video.
Beep it, dude. No,
so I doesn't put Mike on the podcast. Oh boy, I'm just reading the comments.
What was the reply to that one?
Kevin said LOL.
Yeah.
And then you said, in all fairness, Kevin did state I could help out the mid-level ones. It's hard to showcase my good traits among greatness. What does that mean, mid-level ones?
He said I could help out the mid-level podcasts.
What's the mid? Oh, the mid-level. Oh, so yeah, okay. So like finding flippers.
Undiscovered, bottom of the barrel.
Undiscovered potential. There you go.
Yeah. Hey, Ready Set Resell watched our podcast. That's random. I've never seen him comment on our podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. What podcast is that? Are we discussing the Trash to Cash podcast? I guess Dave's fishing for a shout out like they need
No, this is the first time I've had a moment to look at the comments. It said, good episode, love the energy.
How many views did you have on the last one, Wes? What are we up to? 57?
Which one on this one or the Finders Flippers? Which one?
Oh, Finders Flippers.
Finders Flippers, the last one was 81.
81. So
which is big for that channel.
Yeah, no joke, dude. That's if I could get twice the views of my subscribers, almost 3 times, I would be in heaven.
Yeah,
and the subscribers have went up from 27 to 35 last week. So
I know. I draw a huge crowd.
Clearly, yeah.
I'm underappreciated in the circle. Dave, we don't want to take up too much of your time, buddy. I know you're out there.
Fine. I got to go ship whatnot. I did a moderately successful whatnot tonight.
Dave, we appreciate you dropping in on us tonight.
Yeah. Well, Mike forced me. He said I owed it to him. Apparently, I owed it to him. So, all right, good night, guys.
All right. Have a great one, Dave. That was pretty awesome, dude. Thanks for getting him in here.
Oh yeah, very welcome, man. I know. It was more to talk about Flea across Florida instead of the alternate ending, but you run that risk with Dave, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you weren't expecting that to come out, was you?
No, I told him, I was like, hey, dude, we just want to talk about these yard sales and like how we did and how we benefited and how we picked it and our game plan behind it. Just hit the ground running. Our first sale was like pitch dark flashlights, and that's really hard to do out there, especially at that time, run around 7. And
was there a lot of people at these sales?
Not at first.
It's pretty much just your show to take over, then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'll tell you, like Dave having the van, he not filled it up. Him and Rod picked on day one together, partially. So the way they went down is like they started out in Lake City, I think it was Lake City, Florida.
Yeah. Which
is actually beyond the city of Live Oak where it actually stops. But I think a lot of people trickle it to Tallahassee or whatever the dang city is on the far west coast. I forgot what it is.
Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville on far east coast. Sorry. They'll trickle out that way toward Jacksonville. So they start in Lake City, and they're just killing it that day, doing good. They're finding some tent cities. Where I am, cities are like 15, 20 miles apart, and you're like having to drive there just for like 1 or 2, and then drive another 15, 20 for 1 or 2. And Dave still managed to like fill up his van to the point that he was there for his daughter's gymnastics meet. So they drove separately, him and Tina. Dave goes out in his van, picks it, fills it up, takes it, stuff to Tina, and makes her carry it back with the kids. That way he has another empty van. Now it wasn't full, but Dave, it was enough for Tina to kind of go like, "What the hell, Dave?
Yeah, don't do this to me again."
Why? But the worst thing is picking with Dave with an empty van, man. Like his goal is to fill it up. So he is buying the biggest, dumbest crap that there is at the beginning. And by dumb, I mean profitable. But
I mean, he's doing really well though. Stuff that he's buying. He said he spent like $900. Is that what he said? Something like that.
Yeah, just under. I think it was $900,000, something like that, and came out with like 6.
It's not bad. It's a pretty good day. I mean, he's packing it full. And I know you didn't, but how come you didn't bring your trailer? Oh, you had no intentions of going that big.
No, never. And I mean, worst case scenario, I'm 2 hours from home, anywhere in Tallahassee. So if it happened to be something, you just buy it out, have them store it, run and grab it, bring the trailer back and get it. But no, I would never, ever think of, man, I don't have the room for that, dude. Look, dude. Just in case you forgot.
Where are you going to put it?
Yeah, dude. I got.
It's like he said though. It's just like he said though. He had some of your stuff there. What do you do? Just buy stuff and go, here, I just take it. What do you do? Because Kevin, he's still selling your stuff. I heard him on another video. He's still selling those koozies. I mean, you don't care. You're just like, here, I take it. Are you just giving everything out because you don't want to deal with it, or what?
No, that was I told you the koozie was a buy specifically for Kevin.
I know.
Because he can pair that up with Dave. It happens where we forget stuff, and when we do, it's either like, hey, hold on to it for me until next time, or just sell yourself. Like the $5 or whatever it's worth. Like I said, I could do it on Whatnot and probably get 12 to 15. It's just a neat item. It had like a little little stacking Hamburglar Ronald McDonald twisty toy from like early 80s. It had an aluminum ashtray, a little tray, some McDonald's dolls. Like, they were cool. You could piece them apart, but are they the $15 threshold? No. Is it a cool item just included in the video? Absolutely. So, like, when it comes to that, now the only problem is Dave can leave some stuff, Kevin can leave some stuff, and just having that little clip in their video, that little 3 to 5 minutes, it adds to their video. It's going to be, I don't know, 10 to 25% of their video. And they're going to make money on that video. Me, I don't. Not only did I release a video for the first time in 2 months, and I'm at a whopping $6.
Why are you not doing videos, though? Seriously, I meant to ask you that the other night. And
I was just overwhelmed, dude. Like with the move, and then our dog having surgery. And
is any of it burnout on it? A little bit of burnout, maybe.
It's not burnout. Like, I enjoy videos more than I do listing. And it takes me forever, and I got to reprioritize. And I was like, I'm not going to do videos if I'm not listing at all. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I have to prioritize myself, and I have to adjust my priorities to better myself, get better at, like, what my faults are. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like, I mean, if I'm not going to the gym, I should probably not eat fast food all the time. Like at least do something to mitigate it. But at the same time, hey, we're balling out. Who cares? I don't know.
You can't get your name in the paper if you don't score, right?
That's right. That's about
the only way you're going to. Yeah.
So
now the other question is: Did you pick up anything for your future trophy room? I'm calling them trophy room because those are the things that you like that item beside you, the gremlin there, or whatever it is. Did you find any particular piece? What was your best?
Actually, yeah. Rod got me something. And I bought him some Disney stuff at the sale earlier on here on Friday when we were picking separate, and I just brought it to him. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm like $15 into this, and he's like, I bought this for $15. G.I. Joe action figure collector case. So I was like, hey, you know what? You want to do a swap? That's fine. It would sell for $30. He's going to sell all those figures and stuff for more than $30 on whatnot, but he's going to have to pay fees and everything. And had he not given it to me, dude, he was like, I'll just put it up with my collector stuff. But like I said, we got a good group of people, dude. And if I could give advice to anybody, is like, find that group, man. Like, I don't know. I've always put it a certain way. It's like, I don't tell a lot of people because it's kind of common knowledge. But if you were to ask me for change for $1, and I give you an option of 10 dimes and 4 quarters, like, for me, some people think like, oh, it's the same amount of money, it doesn't matter. But like, no, man, I'm going to surround myself. I want to surround myself with 4 quarters and 10 dimes. I don't want 10 people worth a dime when I have 4 people that are worth a quarter. They're worth 2.5 times all those other people. And we're fortunate. It's like, hey, you find a lot of quarters, dude. And the more quarters you have, the better. And that's what we've got going. So it's not about the money with us. It really isn't. It's good to have some friendly competition and everything, but it's not even competition. It's just people out picking, having fun together and laughing. And
it's the camaraderie. There's so much stuff out there, you know. I mean, there's just so much stuff to get. People are getting rid of stuff, especially now here in the spring, left and right. And it's just now starting up, and you've got to be out there to grab that stuff. But you're right. It's a camaraderie. It's great to poke fun at.
Oh yeah,
everybody. You know.
And to put it in perspective, I did the same thing last year. I went down to Tallahassee, and on the first day, I drove west instead of driving east. No, I didn't drive east because Paul was out at Lake City. Mm-hmm. and he was picking out there. So I drove west and picked my way back to Tallahassee. And on Saturday, dude, same thing, killed it. There were 100 plus yard sales. There were probably 150 to 175 yard sales in the area that I was driving around in. And mind you, the place where we went this past weekend, opposite side of town in a neighborhood. Like they are attached to this. I killed it last year.
Well,
and I still invited people out and just said, hey, come kill it with me. And we did. Like, there's plenty of stuff to pick out there. And we didn't even go where we went before.
For that new picker, if you're talking to somebody who's just getting into reselling, okay, what would you tell them going out? How did you find those sales? Did you just like Dave said? He goes, he just saw a sign and he drove to it. Of course, I know how he's doing, but did you already know about him previously, or how did you find him?
No, so with Flea across Florida, anybody that's in conjunction with the event, you can go on fleaacrossflorida.org or whatever it is, Facebook group, and it'll have a map. You can download it, and it goes straight to your Google Maps, and it has like all these stops along the way. Every vendor that signed up. The problem is, like when you're dealing with the big cities, the Pensacola's, the Live Oaks, the Tallahassee, there's some other small ones, Milton, Crestview, where I was, had a lot of sales that were off to the sides. But all of those, they have conjunction, or they have neighborhood yard sales in conjunction with it on Saturdays a lot of the time. And they're not going to be like part of the vendor, but
right.
You just look on Facebook group where you're at and just be like, hey, look up garage sales. It's the same thing that you do with or without it being a highway sale. Look up Facebook, see what you see. Look up G seller, see what you have. And then you hedge your bets and you go to a place, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Go to the next one, move on. And you'll find stuff. But that's the same thing like out here picking. Like, get better picking. If you don't have a lot, take your time, do your research, look through items, look at stuff that you normally wouldn't buy. I can't tell you the amount of stuff that I would buy that isn't what I love, but
right.
has the right value. So, and it's not just about the value, it's about the sell-through rate too. Like, hey, it's not, do I love this? Are there people out there that love it? So,
and it's like I was talking to Kathy on I Love to Be Selling the other day, and she was talking about that. You got to be able to emotionally detach from it, because you may find something like that your grandmother had, or something, or maybe it's something that you played with when you were a little kid, like a toy, and you're like, is there a lot of value here, or am I just buying this to be whatever? And like you said, you do a lot for your trophy room, or when you do buy things like that.
Yeah.
We all have things like that. Go ahead.
Personal attachment. Yeah, it's a personal attachment. It's not so much emotional. It's not. When it comes to the trophy room, it's stuff that I like. It's not just nostalgia. If we pick for nostalgia, heck, it's not a wrong way to go, because there's a lot of stuff that stick out in your mind. But just do your research. You got the tools to do it. Find out. But we had an opportunity for a private pick, and I went in there and did it. This person had a ton of stuff. Ton of stuff.
This was Saturday?
No. This was weeks ago.
Okay.
Kevin and I went up there after Peaches to Beaches, and she had a ton of stuff. She bought it because it was a good deal. Didn't have a great sell-through rate on some of it. And the other thing is, it was so clustered, so crowded, we weren't able to access everything. But Kevin had to take off because he had a long drive. This was just north of Atlanta, so I was only 2.5 hours away from home. I stayed a little bit longer, went over to her storage shed, and I proceeded to go through this stuff that she was like, oh, well, this right here, and this right there, and this right there. And I didn't want it. But I went through maybe 4 feet deep, and not even all the way across, just grabbing some boxes. And I picked out 8 or 10 things, and all of them had a good sell-through rate, massive amount of profit, or decent value. And that right there, like I had to explain it. Like, it's not a coincidence that I can go in there, find stuff that I like, that I know. And this is stuff I've never bought before, but just picking, like, for instance, the reason why I thought about it, because I looked over, this was in a thing. Like, some people may not think of anything about it because it's not the original Godzilla. It's not it's not the traditional Godzilla. I forgot who it was that made the I think a Shogun Godzilla.
So are you thinking like when the movie comes out, it makes it hotter now?
Well, this is from the one with Matthew Broderick in 1999.
Right.
But she's like, oh, I don't know. Give me $5 for it. And I was like, I bet you that right there is at least $20 figure. And I looked it up, and I think it was like 30 or 35. But I was like, look, it's not a coincidence on stuff that I've never seen or comp before, that I can go in there and find an original Slinky in the box and just say, like, hey, if I give me a couple bucks, this is hands down not an issue. Huge profit? No. Cool item? Yes. Good sell through? Yes. And I think that's what a lot of people have to do. And I mean, if I look back at myself at the beginning, I've got a storage shed that were full of those kind of decisions that I probably don't have the best sell-through rate. They have a great amount of profit where I can undercut the market if I want to, or the sell-through rate's so low that I can just put it on whatnot because I paid next to nothing for it.
Right.
And I mean, like, yeah, that's great. I spent $2 on something that sells for $80 when 2 of them have sold in the last 90 days. Like, if I want mine to be the one next, like, what, you want me to price it at $60? I'm willing to do it. Or do you want me to just cut bait? Because I spent $2 on it. I don't want to ship it. I don't want to deal with it. Like, you find yourself in those situations, and I beg and plead to people that are in those kind of cases, like, dude, just be willing to donate some stuff. Be willing to declutter. And at the same time, I got to take my own advice. I'm ready to just start moving some stuff through whatnot.
See, that's me. I went back and I started looking at some of my really old listings. It's stuff I'm like, I'm either going to have to donate this, drop the bottom out of it or do something because I'm tired of looking at it. It's just taking up space. I've got to move those things. But if it had been sitting there 3 months, 6 months, whatever, a year, I mean, what do you do, Mike? Or do you? We joke about Deathpile, but I mean, it's a real thing.
It ain't no joke, dude.
It's a real thing,
I don't know. I mean, my problem is, like, I don't have a lot of listed right now because of the move. So it's really hard. The great thing is like, while I'm relisting this stuff, I can reassess everything. That's it. Like, you have to make up your mind. Like, you stop listing, stop buying new stuff, which I've tempered that with. I told my wife, like, I'm not going to garage sales this weekend. I didn't go to garage sales last weekend or the weekend before last.
Right.
And that's just to say, like, hey, I've got enough right now. I've got to start processing this stuff. There's a community sale in our neighborhood in 2 weekends. So I said, I'll go out to that. It's from 8 to 11. It's 20 minutes away. I'll go out to that. And if I find something, I find something. If I don't, I don't. And then the way I do it is I go out, go to this place, and then I'll freestyle on the way back. If I see a sign, I'll go there. But I will not search out more. And sorry, but back to the Deathpile thing. Yeah, dude, you just got to be willing to, like, acknowledge when it becomes an issue, and then be willing to either stop sourcing and list more, or source better stuff and get rid of the crap.
Well, that's where I'm at. Source better stuff. And I went the last 2 weekends to yard sales. I've been very picky. It's actually helping because I don't walk things back that, they're going to sit there and me not get them listed, or, I get them listed and it's not, like you said, the sell-through rate's not real good. You've got to know, and I've gotten better over the year and a half, 2 years that I've been reselling now. But I think even you, Mike, you go back and you look at things. You like you said, you could reassess your death pile right now as you're going through it, and decide if you're going to donate this stuff. What do you do with things that you know that either there's not a good sell through rate, or do you just go donate it, or what do you do with it?
If it doesn't have a good sell through rate and it's a cool item, like if it's action figure stores, I do a lot of stuff. I was showing Rod earlier. I was in the middle of building up my whatnot for this Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. In case anybody wants to know, GameCube giveaway. Yeah,
Mike does a great job on that. Whatnot's my last thing I'm going to talk to you about.
Okay, but I'm going through all these action figures, and I could sort them out. And I would be like, all right, do I want to do this for a whatnot and just get, nickels on the dollar, which is fine because I pay pennies on the dollar.
Right.
Like I can't lose money.
Or do you group them all together, or what do you do?
I mean, that's the thing. A lot of this stuff, like when you compete with lots of certain things, the sell-through rate is not great. And you already take a hit because let's say you got 4 items that sell for $5 plus shipping. It's a lot easier to get rid of those 4 if you lot them together and price them at $15 plus shipping, because somebody's saving all those shipping charges and the extra $5 on top of it. So it's beneficial, but you have to be willing to distinguish that. And my thing is just like having to sort and organize. Because I was on the phone and I'm like, all right, here's all these Disney PVCs that I'm finding. Okay, here's all these loose Funko Pops that I'm finding. Different kind of, here's all this Imaginext. Dude, I got a gallon. I was sorting through just 4 tubs. And I'm almost halfway full on a gallon Ziploc of just Imaginext figures. And not even looking that in depth into all these like loose toys, just like grab bags that have been pulled out, and all different categories. Ninja Turtles, there's some Star Wars, there's some G.I. Joes. They're just all over the place. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, my recommendation, if anybody watches we'll start with the clean slate, is focus on your inventory incoming, like your organization. And then it allows for easier order processing. Because right now I'm having, like I said, sort from 4 27-gallon tubs that are just a mixture of stuff.
So, it's a little bit depressing too, because you can feel overwhelmed, And I don't have near the inventory you have, but I mean, I get kind of depressed about it too, because I'm looking at this stuff going, man, mine's a slim death pile.
Yeah,
compared to yours.
Yeah, I understand, dude. And dude, you feel. You just walk around. You do a business like it's an organization. I tried to ship out orders, and because the movers had mixed all my boxes up and I put them in different places, I could not find a 12 by 10 by 4 box to save my life to ship out one. I had to ship it out priority and pay $2 more.
Wow.
And it's just like, my God, I would love to have it, but I've got to get this stuff out. I've got to get this stuff processed. And like right now you're at the chicken or the egg situation. It's like, what do you want to come first? Do you want to do the organization and have your crap in the way, or do you want to get your crap out of the way so you can organize? But either one is fine. Pick a course, do it, and that's what I'm doing. But this is why I didn't want to do this whatnot show. But they asked me to. They gave me an opportunity. It was promotion. I could use extra followers, and I could use the chance to clear some stuff out. Now, trying to build a show that can move some stuff out, but it's a headache because I'm doing that while I have inventory that needs to be listed and stuff that needs to be organized. And now I'm doing neither of that. I'm doing stuff for a whatnot show, and then I add on editing a video. And I mean, you got to do it.
Yeah.
And I wish I could just like, oh man, I wish Dave was still on here, because he can tell you, it's like, Dave will find something and just do it. He will do it. He will do it nonstop until it's done. And I cannot do that. It's ADD.
Well, I mean, you've got a lot of disarray going on right now. You don't really, your home base is, not even built yet.
Yeah,
but I do know, and I believe though, when you do get that built and the way you want it and how you want it, man, you're just going to be set up, and it's it's gonna be crazy when you get it all going.
Yeah, but on the next one, I'm not going to mix the move up. I'm not going to. I will, if I do, it will be this kind of sort of the same way, but I'll do the packing. That way I know where the stuff is. And instead of letting them do the packing and the cross loading, that's what killed me the most. Just not being able to find stuff where I knew where it was. I couldn't do a return for my wife on Amazon because I can't find my poly bags. I don't know where they are. I'm just going to have to reorder some. So luckily they're poly bags, but it's overwhelming, dude. So
for the person that's like me, who's never done whatnot, how do you start? Like when you start like with 20 items, 30 items, and just get them on the list and just sell that and be done. There's
different ways to do it. So like if you don't have a massive following, you don't have the promotion, or you don't put your show up far enough in advance, do it like a storage unit. Find just grab some tubs, go through there, and just start everything at $5 if your cost is less than that. So if you're buying stuff that's $1, $2 that can sell for $5, start it at $5 and be like, all right, you want this? You want it? Nope, don't want it. Okay, on to the next thing. And you can have them preloaded, or you load them as you go. I
think it would be better to preload it, wouldn't it?
It can be if you have a lot of stuff. If you have a following that people are going to pre-bid, or if you have like items, or if you're promoting it far in the future. If it's a pop-up, you don't need to. I've done plenty of shows like where it's buyer's choice, where I would take, action figures, and I'd be like, all right, it was wrestling figures. So I had this figure, it would be like pick one of 6, and it would be buyer's choice. The weight's going to be relatively all the same. They're going to be just under 8 ounces, and whatever you buy, and it makes it super simple. So there are different ways, because you can just preload a thing right there. You can do mystery box 2 pounds, and then take one box and fill it with 2 pounds of stuff, and then just like run it. Or you say mystery box 1 and have that labeled 1 on it. Open it up, and it's not really a mystery, but you'll be like random box 1, and then you know that the weight's in there, and then whatever it sells for, it sells for.
Let me ask you this: how come you don't do a couple, 2 or 3 shows a day, just to where you eat into that death pile and push that stuff out? So when you do move, your death pile is not as big, and it's not as daunting a task.
FOMO.
I get that.
You're missing out on money, man. Yeah, and like it's not even about the money. It's not even about the money, but it's like you put in all this time to do that, and you want to maximize your profits because that's what you do. But at the same time, like, you pay next to nothing for this, and I'm on the verge of just like. I'm climbing that mountain, man, and like I can't wait for it to be downhill, and I want to push myself over that summit, and then just do what you do. Now, 2 to 3 shows a day, absolutely not. I wouldn't do it. I can't do that. It wouldn't make sense because
it cuts in your nap time, right?
If anything, because of my naps, 2 to 3 shows would make sense, because then it doesn't cut in. I just
you can take a nap and then pop up and then do you a 30-minute show or whatever, how long you're on whatnot, and go back.
That's what knocks downside, dude. Like you have a shipping for, let's say, like my show, I do $8.35 reduced shipping, so I'll eat the cost on some shipping items,
right?
Because I only want buyers to be paying up to a certain amount. So occasionally I'll eat that cost, but then you go to your next show, starts all over, and then you do your next show, starts all over. So like you're creating different shows, different labels. You can't combine those shows. Now, dude, District dipped it. You can run a show on there, run a show tomorrow, run a show the next day. And so was that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can ship everything on Saturday, all in one box. It's crazy. Like that is that's a game changer, dude. Like if Whatnot would get on the train with that, man, they wouldn't be behind. And I mean, as great as Whatnot is, like that is one downside. It's like you can't adjust your shipping whatsoever. Your customers don't get a rebate on it. You don't get a refund on it. But if you underestimate, then they sure going to charge you. But when you overestimate, there's no credit. Like they just give you some virtual pat on the back, like a
great job,
teacher. Yeah. Like
here's you some celery and carrots. Good job.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, move along, fatty. Next one.
We'll do some laps.
Yeah. So, dude, I don't know. It's hit or miss how you want to do it. The draw is there with Whatnot at the moment. And you can build a crowd. You get good promotion. They have a good team. They have a good support. And there's nothing wrong with either one of them. But the shipping is a downside for it, to where if you want to run multiple shows, I just couldn't do it. There's people that do it every day or every other day. Now, could I do that? Yes. Will I do that? I don't know. I would be more likely to do that with the stuff that isn't toy related, because I can do that, or I do shows in different categories. So like try and move.
Right, just try to move those products, because I'm just saying up until you get ready for your move, start as you get closer to your move, start really picking up the pace, maybe hit 2 shows a day and start moving some of those things that you really don't want to take with you.
I would never run 2 shows in a day. I would run a longer.
But what I'm saying, I'm speaking in theory here. I'm speaking in theory. If you could and get rid of some of those items, that you don't really want to take with you, if you could get through it, your death pile.
Yeah, 100%.
If you could.
If I could do it, yeah, I'll do it. But again, still not 2 shows. I'll do it on Divdit. I'll do it on Divdit just to save the money and the hassle and combine shipping. I don't want to send out 2 orders to the same person in the same day in separate boxes.
Right.
Like nothing's worth that hassle. You're doubling, tripling your work.
Right.
And that's the downside. And it doesn't benefit the customer whatsoever.
So last thing I want you to do, Mike, hold your shirt up.
I'm not holding my shirt up. You don't want me to hold my shirt up.
No, you got to hold it up, because I know the answer. Go ahead, hold it up. Come on.
Did you see it in Kevin's video or something?
No, I see it right now. I know the answer to it. How many licks? A 1, a 2, a 3.
3.
Do you even remember that commercial?
Came on right after Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah. Come on. Hey, Mr. Owl. How many licks?
How many licks does it take to
get the rapper in
the roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
A 1, a 2, a 3. That's a great shirt, by the way.
3. Oh, thank you.
Be on the lookout for one of those for me. All right, I want one of those. Those are nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. What size are you? A small? Medium? I don't know.
I mean, some shirts I'm an XL, and others I'm a 2XL.
Are you really?
Yeah. Dude, I'm 6'6".
Change your name
dude.
Then. I don't know. I felt really bad, because normally I wear a 2XL. I used to wear an XL. And if I was down to that weight before, easy XL, loose XL. And I actually bought my first 3XLs that were like a polyester blend, because, man, my wife gets a hold of those things in the washer and baby Huey right away. Just, 100%. It is. She's going to shrink them. She will shrink them into a schmedium. And
you be walking around and you can tell Dave and all, I've been working out, boys.
Yeah, that's it. I gotta draw the little abs on me and the Sharpie. So, man.
Oh my goodness.
I'll keep a lookout for the shirt for you, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes,
You're all right. Well, I appreciate you getting ADH Dave in here as well. That was a nice drop in that he did. So, Dave,
it's all I can afford. Sorry, I couldn't afford long.
Well, $5,000. What did you say? $5,000 an hour? What was
$5,000 an hour? So it bought us. Actually, he'll probably bill me.
He'll prorate. I think he was in here 15, 20 minutes. So he can.
Yeah, I know. And I only paid for 3.5, and that's all the money I drained the bank account. So he'll have to send the IRS after me.
Well, that is all the time that we have tonight on the Slim Flippers podcast. Again, Mike, Deathpile Picker, we appreciate you dropping in. And everybody check him out on Friday night on Whatnot. Go see his show.
Yep. Y'all take care.
Mike.
Yes, sir.